Hello everyone, welcome to this class. So in this class, we're going to learn the sun salutation sequence, and we're going to incorporate a few poses with the sequence. So let's start with a warming up workout. So stand at the front of your mat, feet together. Let's warm up our spine. So inhale, lift up your right hand on top of your right shoulder, lengthen your spine. Really press your feet down, draw your core muscles in, and then exhale, bend towards your left. Open up your chest and stretch the right side of your body. Inhale up, exhale, lowering down your right hand. Inhale, left hand up. Engage your core. Exhale, bend towards your right. Really keep your hips square to the front. Open up your chest and stretch the left side of your body. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time. Inhale, right hand up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend towards your left. Look forward or slightly up at your right hand. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time. Inhale, left hand up. Lengthen your spine. Press your feet down. Pull your ribs in. Exhale, bend towards your right. Feel the stretch along the left side of your body. Inhale up, exhale down. Now let's relax our spines. Swing from one side to the other side freely. Maybe try to keep your hips square to the front and only rotate our spine from one side to the other side. Okay, so now let's come to stillness. Inhale, both hands up on top of your shoulders. Engage your core. Lengthen your lower back. Exhale, bend toward the back. Open up your chest. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Inhale, soften your knees, hinge forward. Hands down on the mat. Bend your legs. Try to keep your spine straight. Inhale, look to the front, lengthen your spine. Exhale, left hand in the midline under your shoulders, maybe on your fingertips, and then inhale, open up your chest to your right. Lift up your right arm. Really engage your core to help you rotate to the right. Keep your hips square to the front. Maybe look straight ahead or look at your right hand. And then exhale, lowering down your right hand in the midline. Inhale, lift up your right arm up. Open up your chest to the left. Try to keep your hips squared. Really engage the sides of the muscles to help with the twist. And then exhale down. Now fold your upper body towards your legs, but the priority is to keep your spine straight. If not, then bend your legs. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Inhale, bend your legs, roll up one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Your head comes up last. Inhale, draw your shoulder blades back and down. Open up your palms to the front. And be aware how you are breathing now. Let go any thoughts in your mind and settle down your mind for the practice now. So now I'm going to demonstrate you the sequence. So you can just have a rest and watch me to do the flow, and after that we're going to do the flow together. Okay? So stand at the front of your mat, feet together. Inhale, hands up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend towards the back. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Inhale, soften knees, hinge forward. Lowering down into Uttanasana, forward fold, hands are shins on the mat. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Hands flat on the mat, and then walk back into a plank pose. Lowering down your hips, shoulders on top of your wrists. Look forward, engage your core. Then knees down, bend your arms. So chaturanga, look forward, elbows in, and then release your abdomen on the mat. Feet flat on the mat. Inhale, lift up into a cobra pose. Open up your chest. Elbows in. Inhale, straighten your arms. Send your hips back on top of your heels. Really press your hands on the mat and then lift up into a downward dog. Feet are parallel and hips distant apart. Chest back towards your legs. Lengthen your spine. Weight on your legs. Inhale. Right leg up at the back. Hips are squared. Look between your hands and then lowering down your right foot to the front into a lower lunge. Sink both hips down. Hips are squared. And then step to the front into a forward fold. And then inhale, lift up. Hands up on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine and exhale, lowering down your hands in front of your heart. So that's one side. I'm going to repeat it on the other side. And after that, we're going to do it together. Okay, so inhale, hands up on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine, engage your core. Exhale, bend towards the back. Open up your chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down. Soften your knees, hinge forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands on your shins on the mat. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, halfway up. Lengthen your lower back. Exhale, fold. Hands flat on the mat. Walk back into a plank pose again. Look to the front, lowering down your hips. Engage your core to keep the plank. And then knees down. Bend your arms into chaturanga. And then release your abdomen on the mat. Inhale, lift up into a cobra pose. And then lift up your hips and back into downward dog. This time, left leg up. Hips are squared. Look between your hands. And then lowering down your left foot to the front into a lower lunge. Lengthen your spine. Hips are squared. Sink both hips towards the mat. And then walk your right foot to the front. Feet together. Fold into Uttanasana. Then inhale, soften your knees and come up. Hands up. Lengthen your spine. And then hands down in front of your chest. Okay, so that's a full sequence. Now let's do it together. Okay, so in Tadasana first, inhale, hands up on top of your shoulders, lengthen your spine, engage your core. Exhale, bend towards the back, open up your chest towards the ceiling. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Soften your knees, hinge from your hips, lean forward, and then down into Uttanasana, forward fold, hands down. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, down. Hands flat on the mat under your shoulders. Walk back into a plank. Engage your core. So now you can, so let's all try knees down and then chaturanga. Look forward and then release your abdomen on the mat. Inhale, lift up into cobra pose. Draw your elbows in, lengthen your lower back, and then tuck your toes under, lift up your hips, and back into downward dog. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, right leg to the back, right leg straight, hips are squared. Look between your hands, and then lowering down your right foot to the front into a lower lunge. Try to do it lightly. Square your hips, sink both hips down, look to the front, lengthen your spine. Feel the stretch in your legs, and then left foot meet right foot, fold down into Uttanasana, and then soften your knees, roll up, hands up on top of your shoulders, lengthen your spine, and exhale, hands down in front of your chest. On the other side, so inhale, hands up, lengthen your spine, draw your ribs in, your lower back, your abdomen towards your lower back, and then exhale, bend towards the back, open up your chest, inhale up, exhale, this time maybe hands at your shoulder level, and then hinge from your hips, keep your upper body straight, and then down, hands on your shins on the mat, inhale halfway up, exhale fold, hands flat on the mat, walk back into a plank, look to the front, lengthen your spine, engage your core. This time you may knees down chaturanga, or maybe try the full chaturanga, and then knees down, release your abdomen on the mat, feet flat on the mat, inhale halfway up, no, inhale up, chest up, into cobra pose, maybe lift up a bit higher, and then straighten your arms, hips back and up into downward dog. Inhale, lift up your left leg to the back, hips are squared. Really send your weight to your right leg, feel the stretch on the back of your right leg. Look between your hands, and then roll down your left foot to the front, lower lunge. Hips squared, sink both hips down, look to the front, and then step your right foot to meet your left foot, fold down into Uttanasana. Keep your spine straight, inhale halfway up, exhale down, hands down, and then bend your knees, inhale, come up, hands up on top of your shoulders, lengthen your spine, exhale, hands down in front of your chest. Okay, so now we have done the sequence once. Now we're going to incorporate the sequence with warrior one to see how that goes. Okay, so inhale, hands up on top of your shoulders, lengthen your spine, exhale, bend towards the back, inhale up, exhale, hinge forward, hands maybe straight or maybe in front of your heart, that's all fine, and then fold into Uttanasana, spine straight, inhale halfway up, exhale down, hands flat on the mat, walk back into a plank pose, and then knees down, bend your arms, chaturanga, and then release your abdomen on the mat, inhale, lift up into a cobra pose, and then exhale, lift up into a downward dog. Fingers are widely spread on the mat. Feet are hips distance apart. If your hamstrings are tight, you may bend your legs, may lift up your heels. Otherwise, try to lower down your heels on the mat and straighten your legs. Inhale, lift up your right leg to the back.
hips squared. Feel the stretch at the back of your left leg. Look between your hands and then lowering down your right foot to the front, maybe 2 to 3 feet apart. And both knees pointing to the front. So especially your left knee, maybe adjust your left foot slightly, but make sure both feet are flat on the mat. And then hands on hips and come up. Make sure your torso is on top of your hips. If you are leaning slightly forward, then come back a bit. Now, hands, inhale, lift up your arms by your sides at the shoulder level, and then bend your arms. So palms facing to the front into this L shape with your arms. Inhale, lengthen, engage your core, lengthen your lower back. Exhale, bend towards the back. Move your elbows forward, palms back, maybe palms facing the ceiling to help open up your chest. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands down at the front, step back into a plank. This time maybe try full chaturanga or knee down chaturanga, depending on how you're feeling now, and then lowering down. Release your abdomen on the mat. Inhale, lift up into a cobra pose, maybe a bit higher up. And then exhale, hips back and up into downward dog. Let's do this on the other side. So inhale, left leg to the back. Hips are squared. Feel the stretch on the back of your right leg. And then lowering down your left foot to the front. Heel alignment. Make sure both feet are flat on the mat. Otherwise, shorten the stance between your feet. Make sure your right knee is pointing to the front knee is also pointing to the front. And then hands on hips and lift up. The torso is on top of your hips. Really press the outer side of your right foot on the floor to keep your right hip forward and left hip back. And then inhale, lift up your arms by your sides. Bend your arms into this L shape, palms facing to the front. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Engage your core. Exhale, bend towards the back. Maybe move your elbows forward, palms back, palms facing the ceiling to open up your chest. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down on the mat. And then walk back into a plank pose. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. And then knees down. Release your abdomen on the mat. Inhale up into a cobra pose. Exhale, lift up your hips higher and back into a downward dog. Take a few breaths here to restore your energy. Maybe engage your ujjayi breathing to help control your breaths. Inhale, look between your hands, lift up your heels, really press your hands on the mat and walk to the front. Try to keep your legs straight into a forward fold. Keep your spine nice and straight. Inhale, up, halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Bend your legs. Inhale, come up. Slowly, hands up to lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands down in front of your chest. So how does that feel
with the sequence. So now let's practice the sequence one more time with Warrior 2 and see how that goes. So inhale, hands up on top of your shoulders. Exhale, hands down in front of your chest. Soften your knees, hinge forward from your hips and down. Hands down on your shins or on the mat. Fold towards your legs. Keep your spine straight. Inhale halfway up on your fingertips. Look forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale down. Hands flat on the mat. Walk back into a plank pose. Drawing down your hips, look forward, engage your core. And then knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. And then knees down. Feet flat on the mat. Inhale, lift up into a cobra pose. And then exhale, lift up your hips and back into a downward dog. Lengthen your spine. Weight on your legs. Really press your hands into the mat. Lift up your hips back and up to lengthen your spine. Inhale, lift up your right leg back, hips are squared. And then exhale, round down your right foot to the front. This time, heel arch alignment. Your feet, the stance maybe is longer than Warrior 1. So the arch of your left foot is aligned with the arch of your right foot. Hands on your hips and come up. So let's adjust our alignment, check our alignment. So really press the outer side of your left foot to engage your muscles on your left leg. Keep your left hip in the midline, and then your right knee is pointing to the front. Tuck your tailbone down to open up your hips, and then inhale. Extend your legs, extend your arms from your torso. They're strong arms. Soften your elbows if you are hyperflexible. And then look to your right hand. Really engage your core. Tuck your pelvic floor down to reduce the overarch in your lower back. And then left hand down on your left thigh. Inhale, hinge and lean slightly forward. Right palm up, and then exhale, bend towards the back into reverse warrior. Open up your chest and feel the stretch on the right side of your body. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down to the front. Walk back into a plank. Engage your core, look to the front. And then knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. Knees down and then lift up into a cobra pose. And then hips up and back into downward dog. Let's rotate it on the other side. Inhale, left leg up to the back. Look between your hands and roll down your left foot to the front. Heel arch alignment. And then come up. So really press the outside of your right foot down to lift up your right kneecap. Keep your right hip in the midline. The left leg is bent, left knee pointing to your front. Tuck your tailbone down, engage your core. Inhale, lift up your arms, extend your arms from your torso. Soften your elbows, and then turn your head to look at your left hand. And then lowering down your right hand on your right thigh. Turn your left palm up. Inhale, lean slightly forward and then back into reverse warrior. Open up your chest and feel the stretch along the left side of your body. Inhale
up. Exhale, hands down to the front. Walk back into a plank. Knee down chaturanga, or full chaturanga. And then knees down. Inhale, lift up into cobra, maybe a bit higher. Keep your lower back long. And then straighten your arms, lift up your hips. Back into a downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Engage the Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, look to the front. Lift up your heels. Walk your feet to your hands. Really press your hands down and try to keep your legs straight. Fold down. Inhale, halfway up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, bend your legs and lift up. Hands up on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Okay, so now let's hands by your sides. And now bend your legs, swing your fingers on the mat and then arms to the front. Sit back, check if you can see your big toes. Really engage your core here. And then hands in front of your chest. Now we're going to twist to your right. So engage your core to help you with the twist. And then place your right elbow on your left elbow on your right knee and press your hands against each other. Engage your core to twist further to your right. Try to keep both hips to the front, especially the left hip. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Draw your belly in. Exhale, twist further to the right. Inhale, back to the front. Hands in a prayer. Check your big toes. And then inhale, twist to your left side. Slowly with your core muscle. And then place your right elbow on your left knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Engage your core. Exhale, twist further to the left. Maybe look at your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist further. Inhale, look to the front. And then fold down. Bend your legs and just swing, pedal your legs to release the muscles. Relax the muscles on your legs. And then let's step your left foot to the left side. So your feet are parallel to each other. Really press the outer side of your legs onto the mat to engage the muscles in your legs. Hands on your hips. Look forward, lengthen your spine at your hips level. If your spine, your lower back is rounded, then maybe bend your legs slightly. And now hands down onto the mat. Left hand under your shoulders in the midline. Inhale, lift up to your right side. Your right hand is on your right, on top of your right shoulder. Try to keep your hips square to the front, especially the left hip. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Engage your core muscles, especially the sides of your core muscles. And exhale, twist further to your right. Exhale, lowering down your right hand and your shoulders in the midline. Inhale, lift up your left arm up to the left. Open up your chest to the left. Engage your core. Try to keep your right hip squared with the left hip. Inhale. Engage your core, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist further to the left. And then lowering down your left hand. Now bend your legs slightly, hands on your hips, and then come up. Okay, how does that feel? So, now let's come down on the mat, lying down on your back. And then draw your knees towards your chest. Hug your knees. Pull your knees further in towards your chest to relax the muscles around your hips and the front and the back of your upper legs. Now, swing your hips from one side to the other side to massage your lower back. And then come to stillness. Hands under your knees, rock and roll to massage your spine a few times. And then rest your legs down onto the mat so your feet are wider than your hips. Knees in, toes out. Open up your arms by your sides, palms facing up. Make some space under your armpits. Tuck your chin in slightly to lengthen your neck. If you are wearing a glass, then take it off. And I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And now let's be aware, let's observe how we're breathing now. When we inhale, feel the belly is rising, your chest is opening, and when you exhale, feel your chest is closing, your belly is falling. Now let's try to count our breaths. If you inhale for 4 counts, try to exhale for 4 counts to even your inhalations and your exhalations. And feel how your upper body is moving with your breaths.
If there's any thought coming in, just let it go. Let it flow away and come back to your breaths. Now start to lengthen your exhalation. So if you inhale for 4 counts, try to exhale for 6 counts. To calm down our mind. Now come back to your normal breathing. Relax your head, relax your face, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, arms, hands, relax your upper back, lower back, relax your hips, relax your legs, relax your heels, your feet, relax your whole body. Now start to be aware of your surroundings, the energy around you. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Inhale. Roll to your right side. Bend your legs. Make a pillow with your hands. And rest your head on your hands for a few breaths. Now use your left hand to push yourself up. Come into your seated position. Cross your legs. Sit on your sitting bones. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your shoulder blades back and down. Shoulders on top of your hips. Then place your hands in front of your chest. Bow your head towards your fingers. Namaste. So thank you for taking this class with me and hope to see you next time.